film great part, but did it type you as somehow an actress who played scandalous roles?
Well, Warner Brothers, I was under contract to them, and they tried to do that, but I thought I was like one of the first actors who said, I want to do diverse parts. I don't want to be typecast.
You don't want to be typecast as the sex queen or sex
I
god.
had a lot of fights at the studio.
Now, we're going to go quickly over some highlights of your films. You work with so many fabulous people. The Big Country, your co-stars, listen to this: Gregory Peck, Charlton Heston, Gene Simmons, Burl Ives, Chuck Connors.
Right.
That's quite a list there. Directed by William Wyler. But your main vis-a-vis in the film was Gregory Peck.
Yes.
Was he as nice off-screen as his image on?
I tell you, I found that the bigger the stars were, the nicer they were. They were so human. They were so good, you know. As a matter of fact, I mean, Jimmy Stewart, I thought was an angel. I thought he was just the most wonderful man. And Gregory Peck was a great gentleman. And Charlton Heston was a serious gentleman. The only actor I didn't like was George Peppard.
I was wondering if you were going to admit to it, because I know he was not a nice fellow.
Oh, he was not nice at all.
Was he a good actor?
He was okay.
You played his mother twice.
Twice, yes. I was his stepmother in The Carpetbaggers, and in How the West Was Won, I was his mother.
Really his mother, and you weren't older than he was, were you?
No.
So that's the makeup and imagination and suggestion. Now, our film tonight, of course, we played opposite one of the greatest stars in the history of Hollywood, Clark Gable.
The sexiest star who ever lived. When I was a child and I went to the movies, and I really was young and I didn't know anything about sex, and I saw Clark Gable on the screen, and that awoke me. Oh, that man, the way he used to take a woman and take her over in a backbend kiss. Oh, please. When he did that to me, I had to be helped off the set.
And when you made But Not For Me, he was near the end of his career. This was one of his last films.
This is the third before the last.
He was no longer a young man.
No, not at all.
Was he still extremely handsome in person?
Well, to me, I mean, I remembered him from, you know. But, for example, he used to do all his scenes in the morning, and then he would go out and have a long lunch, and then he'd do everybody else's scenes in the afternoon. Yeah, he was, but...
Was he professional?
Oh, very professional. I thought, because I was younger, that I should always get to the set before him, and they would call us to the set, and I swear, I darted out my dressing room door, and I never got to the set before Clark Gable. And he was a professional, and he loved you to be a professional. He couldn't stand anybody, you know, who was spoiled.
Now, you were New York theater, actor studio trained, method trained. Clark Gable came from a completely different background and training. Was he a good actor?
Oh, I think he was a good actor.
He always played Clark Gable.
He always played Clark. Well, and also he had that special thing. It's a charisma, but you either have or you don't have it. I thought he was a very good actor.
So when you acted with him, it wasn't acting with James Dean. It wasn't the same sort of thing.
No, it wasn't the same thing. No, but I mean, I was in awe of him. And you know, it frightened him because he was an older man, and he used to keep running away from me when we'd be off the set getting coffee or something. And one day, he actually took me aside and said, Carol, you know, we're just playing characters here. And people aren't their screen image. He said, you know, sometimes when they get home at night, they've got a stomach ache, or they have trouble sleeping, or whatever it is. So he said, of course, when you do a love scene, you have to do it realistically. But the minute it's over, don't linger on it. Take a walk, have a cup of coffee, make a phone call, get it out of your mind.
So that's a good practical advice
It was,
for
but
film
I think it
acting.
was for his own protection.